What's up, everyone? Michelle Alexandria coming at you with another video. I am going to try to be quick. Actually, I'm not going to try to be quick. This is going to be a long video because there's no easy way to do this without editing the heck out of it. And I don't even know what I can and can't show on YouTube anymore. YouTube is no fun. But I do want to put this video out there. So it's going to be a janky video. You don't like it, go somewhere else. Take your negativity somewhere else. But this video is for people who like full screen presentations and hate black bars, like I do. And please do not mansplain what black bars are. I know what black bars are. I know why they exist. I just think they're stupid. I hate them. I did all the original reporting on black bars over 30 years ago when they were first introduced. Black bars made a lot of sense when TVs were 34 inches and 4:3 aspect ratios. But now we are in an age 30 years later where TVs are getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more expensive, and they're all formatted basically widescreen. So there's no reason why we should still have to put up with letterboxing in this day and age. There's just no reason. At the very least, they should absolutely let us provide some kind of option where we could say, hey, we want the TV full screen presentation, or we want to stick to the quote unquote original theatrical presentation. And that's BS anyway, because it's not the original theatrical presentation. That's just utter BS. And again, if you're triggered by this, go somewhere else. I don't care. This video is not for you. This video is for people who like full screen presentations, and you're buying your TV because you want the beautiful, you want all that screen real estate filled up with goodness. So I'm going to go through I'm going to name 10 movies, and I'm going to try to scroll to them. So bear with me as I name them, but you know what they are. So I'm not, you probably heard all the movies I'm going to name. I wish I could show you clips or do something, but I can't, and I'm not going to waste my time trying to edit it because I know I can't do it. So I'm looking down at my paper, and I'm trying to scroll at the same time. So this video is going to be a bit messy, but I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes and just get to what I can in 10 minutes and then call it a day. But let's go. American Gangster, Denzel Washington, Russell Crowe, full screen. And when I say widescreen, I mean full screen. American Made, Tom Cruise, full screen. Aquaman, aspect ratio switching. 50 minutes of this movie's in full screen, the full IMAX full screen. The rest of it's letterbox, and it's a prime example of why I hate aspect ratio switching, because you're watching this movie, the full screen scenes look amazing. It immerses you into the world, and then next thing you know, it switches to letterboxing, and those scenes look terrible against the when you just get done comparing it to what the full screen presentation looks like. Beverly Hills Cop, Back to the Future is in full screen. Avengers, the very first Avengers movie, is in full screen, but the rest of them are in letterbox. Back to the Future 1 is in full screen. 2 and 3 are not. Bad Boys 1 is in full screen. 2 and 3 are not, and it's annoying because when you watch Bad Boys, that Will Smith star-making scene, we all know the one. Looks glorious, absolutely stunning, and this is a huge step up from the Blu-ray version too. So the 4K Dolby Vision on this is amazing. Same thing with the Batman movies. With the '89 Batman movies, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin are all full screen, and they all look amazing. These are a huge step up because the old HD transfers were horrible on this. Then we had The Big Lebowski. That's in full screen. Beverly Hills Cop 1 is in full screen. 2 and 3 are not. But Beverly Hills Cop 1 is in full screen, and it looks solid. again, The Big Lebowski. Big is in full screen. Bumblebee is in full screen. Blind Spotting is in full screen. The First Cloverfield is in full screen. I was trying to find it, but you all know Cloverfield. There it is. Cloverfield is in full screen. Jerry Maguire is in full screen. I don't have to show you that image. You all know Jerry Maguire. I love that movie. Tom Cruise. Motherless Brooklyn is in full screen. And Motherless Brooklyn with Ed Norton is absolutely amazing. Jurassic Park, again, I should not need to show you that one. It's Jurassic Park, people, come on. That's in full screen as well. The first one, the rest of them are all letterboxed. Jojo Rabbit, a movie I adore, but I watched it 3 times. I don't think I could watch it again, but I love Jojo Rabbit. It's a beautiful, the 4K presentation on that movie looks amazing. And it looks really sharp and detailed in full screen. Pitch Perfect, the first one is in full screen. Pitch Perfect 2 and 3 are not. Little Women, the version that came out 2 years ago that was nominated for Oscars is in full screen. And actually, the 4K version of that looks really good. And I actually really enjoyed that movie. I don't know why, but I did. Just Mercy is in full screen. Saving Ryan's Privates is in full screen. War of the Worlds, the Tom Cruise version, is in full screen. Girl on a Train is in full screen. The first Pacific Rim is in full screen, but I think the second one is actually letterboxed. Dr. Sleep, which is a criminally underrated movie. I love Ewan McGregor. He is so awesome. I love me some Ewan McGregor. But here it is. Dr. Sleep, Dr. Sleep, Dr. Sleep. And I told you, brass tacks, I can't do this and make it interesting and exciting. Yeah, Dr. Sleep. Amazing. Full screen. Joker is in full screen. We all know what the Joker looks like. Joker. Where are you? Oh, Gremlins. The first Gremlins is in full screen. I don't own Gremlins 2. I don't think. And the 4K HDR on it is awesome. Groundhog Day is in is letterboxed. And actually, I think the only Marvel movie the only MC movie that's in full screen is actually the first one. Which makes it look so weird because you're watching it and you're like, wow, this looks amazing. And then, especially for an MCU 4K movie, because most MCU 4K movies are horrible in terms of their transfer. They're really bland and terrible. MIB International is not in full screen, but it has like really thin, it has really small black bars, so I kind of count that as full screen. And then you also have Green Book. It's in full screen. And that's pretty much it. Almost everything that's what I've gone through on my huge 4K HDR list so far. Like, I have a lot of movies that I have not even tackled, but almost all of these are still letterboxed, and it drives me nuts. But anyway, I will talk to you later. No, I'm not going to get the Sony A90J. I think $5,000 for a TV is absolutely ridiculous, and I can afford it, but I think it's ridiculous. But I'm also not one who likes to complain about the price, because the price is the price is the price. And no amount of my complaining is going to change that. As a consumer, it's just up to me to decide if I'm going to spend that money. And at the moment, heck no. The first Iron Man is actually in 4K. I mean, it's in full screen, I believe. So anyway, I still have to go through some of these others, but I'm pretty sure everything I own is in letterbox. I mean, I have like 400 4K HDR movies in it, and almost all of them are letterboxed. I could probably come up with another list of about 10 or 15, but I still, like I said, I don't know how I would do that video. But anyway, if you're like me, say you want your big beautiful screens filled up, and spare me all the director's intent crap. I don't care. It's my TV. I want to watch. I want all the screen really stay filled up. And how is a director's intent to have letterboxing anyway? Because directors want their stuff to be on the largest screen possible, and having it had chopped off doesn't do anything. Even if you want to say, oh, if it's widescreen, if it's full screen, you know, the ends are going to be chopped off. Well, hell, if it's letterbox, you're going to get the heads chopped off anyway. So yeah, it's a joke. It's an utter joke. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.